Today we're gonna make monkfish pasta. That's gonna be super exciting. And I found this awesome recipe from Portugal. We need 1 onion, 1 large tomato, 2 cloves of garlic, olive oil. As you know, I'm extra virgin, so that's what I'm using. And since this is a Norwegian cooking show, salt and pepper in large amounts. Some pasta, it's just this penne. Chunky pasta pieces were recommended for this recipe. We're also gonna use a little bit of parsley as garnish. And everybody's favorite, white wine. We're also going to add about half a pound's worth of monkfish meat. And I found a recipe that recommended shrimp, so I'm going to try that as well. So why don't we begin by heating up about a tablespoon's worth of olive oil and our pasta water. We are going to chop up these garlic 2 cloves. I'm going to mince them very finely here. We're also going to go ahead and chop up an onion at the same time. And we're going to add the onion and garlic to a pan here. And we're going to let that sit here for a couple of minutes while we are busy chopping up our tomato. As for the tomato, we're just going to chop that up roughly. Alright, so it's been a couple of minutes here and I'm going to go ahead and add our tomatoes to the mix. Looks like our pasta water is finally boiling up. So let's go ahead and add in about 200 grams. And this can boil in the background while we are taking care of the next step, which is going to be to clean up our monkfish fillets. So I have some tail meats here, as well as a little bit of cut meat that we cut up that first day, which is pretty exciting. I'm just going to go ahead and clean off any of the skin and sinew from these. Funnily enough, this is actually just the first day that I'm finishing the first side of our tail meat. So we have spent about 1/4 of the entire fish now, and I guess that's day 10, so we're looking good, but we have used all the organs and such as well. So let's see. So we're looking good here. So we're going to add in half a cup of white wine for our sauce. So we're going to let this reduce quite a bit. I'm also going to add the monkfish now because it's about 6 minutes until the pasta is done. So that kind of lines up perfectly there. For the monkfish, I'm just going to gently stir it around here. We're going to go ahead and prepare our shrimp here. So this is optional. I just found it in one of the recipes. Now these are already peeled and small, so they only need about 2 minutes. I think these are actually boiled as well, but large shrimp, maybe 4 minutes. Medium 3 and small 2 minutes if they're raw. So just peel them and prepare to add them towards the very end here. And while we have some free time, we're just going to chop up some parsley here and we're going to use this as a garnish. So I'm just splitting the monkfish into a little bit smaller chunks there, and I'm kind of turning it around, making sure all of it is getting boiled. And now that we are nearing the end, I'm going to go ahead and add in all my shrimp. You don't want to boil the shrimp too long because they get kind of rubbery. So our pasta is just done here. Now if the sauce looks a little bit thin, what you can do is add a tiny bit of pasta water to your sauce. That's going to thicken it up with all the starch. For the rest, we're just going to pour it out in the sink. We are just about ready to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up half the pasta. This is about 2 portions worth. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to take about half of this as well. And let's add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And the final touch will be our parsley. Alright guys, let's give it a try here while it's still hot. Make sure we get some of that delicious sauce as well. Cheers to day 9. That's super good. The sauce is pretty understated, but the monkfish really shines through here, and I think this pasta was really good as well. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more, there is a lot more coming, doing this all month, as you know. If you want to see a recipe to this, I'll try to put together something and add it in the video description so you can check out like step by step with all the exact ingredients. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you tomorrow for another really cool monkfish recipe.